BB851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Garuda Indonesia is not shy of struggling within the aviation industry. They are a carrier that has continuously faced financial difficulties, and the emergence of the global pandemic has only further impacted the Indonesian airline. Now, the future is by no stretch of the imagination guaranteed, with them seeing losses widely continue and pressures surrounding their future liquidity and reserve cash, making it hard for the airline to see a way out of the current pandemic should it continue for the foreseeable future. The airline noted that for the first 9 months of this calendar year, they reported a net loss of US $1.7 billion. This being, of course, a staggering number, but it is most noteworthy an increase of 600 million US over the year prior for the same period. Now, this, of course, is the opposite way the airline would have previously wanted to head, which, of course, they would want to be narrowing these losses significantly to the point where the carrier could see the losses drop below the billion mark, which is something we're seeing more airlines being able to do. Operating losses with Garuda Indonesia have also continued to rise, with the uncertainty surrounding travel restrictions within the country, and of course Asia, the Oceania region, all directly hampering their plans, as these destinations I've listed and more are all a crucial part of the network for Garuda Indonesia. That means for them and other airlines alike, like that of Cathay Pacific and more, they've just not been aided by their general geographical positioning in terms of recovery, with typically these destinations being among the slowest to see some sort of travel resume, with only in recent weeks for Singapore Airlines things looking at improving following designated travel lanes opening and agreements with countries for tourists to come in and out. In an update that was published on their website, the carrier noted that a reduction in air travel had put their future up for concern, something we've known for a while, but ultimately it definitely hits home that little bit further, I'd argue, when an airline comes out and says the very thing that you just don't want to hear. In addition, Garuda Indonesia is already struggling to meet various financial obligations across the board, widely with the likes of aircraft lessors and banks among others, but these are all generally fundamental parts of an airline makeup. Failure to comply with these types of things does result in an airline having to ground aircraft at a complete last resort, and this is something Garuda Indonesia has already had to do. They've actually faced lawsuits over failing to pay these very aircraft leases that I speak of, and it's definitely going to be an uphill battle now for the airline. It's no guarantee that it's going to go entirely smoothly. However, they'll be continuing to implement cost-cutting measures with their ultimate goal to be more profitable moving forward and turn around their business fortunes. When this is achieved remains to be seen, as no timetable has been set, with the carrier right now being very much up against it. It's not like Etihad Airways when they revealed their turnaround plan many years ago. They gave it 5 years. I'd say it's still way too early for Garuda Indonesia. Their focus right now will be short-term survival. What are your thoughts on the situation at Garuda Indonesia? We've just entered into December, so I hope you have a fantastic month with your family and friends, and hope the new concerns of the variant do not get you down too much. Thanks for watching, take care, be safe, and stay tuned for next time.